very challenges from the way we respond to them defines our success. Let's explore some thoughtful questions that will help us understand how to stay positive, focused, and resilient even during difficult moments. Let's get started. We have a topic how to stay motivated during tough times. So, in any conversation, we can be on guest and obviously my Assalamualaikum. I'm fine,
Hi,
thank
how are you?
you. And how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's been the highlight of your week so far? You're very welcome. So I'm still curious, any big wins or just a really great cup of coffee that made your week?
Okay, thank you. So, thank you so much for joining us. We will discuss on that things that you say. We have a topic how to stay motivated during tough times. So, I have some questions for you. Can we start it?
I am so ready. Staying motivated when things feel heavy is such a human struggle. Lay them on me. What's your first question?
So, my first question is what does staying motivated during tough time mean to you?
To me, staying motivated isn't about some endless surge of high energy or pretending everything is fine. It's more like a quiet, stubborn decision to keep moving forward, even if that movement is just a tiny step. It's finding a reason to keep going when the why feels a bit blurry. What about you? How do you define it in your own life?
You define very well, and I
That's
think
kind of you to say.
you are a very informative person.
You're making me blush. I really appreciate that.
So,
But let's get back to the good stuff. Did you have another question on your list about staying motivated?
yes, of course. My second question is what are the
I'm all ears.
biggest challenges that can make people lost motivation?
I think one of the biggest culprits is burnout. When you've been running on empty for so long that you just don't have anything left to give. Then there's the feeling of being stuck, where you're putting in all this effort but aren't seeing any progress. It's that 10 mil feeling, you know? I'm curious which of those feels more common in your experience?
No, everybody can
Fair enough.
experience, but
You're absolutely right.
nobody make same results.
Exactly. It's
So,
a universal part of being human, so there's no reason to feel bad about it.
yes, of course.
Whenever you're ready, I'd love to hear your third question.
So, my third question is how do you personally stay positive when facing difficulties?
I try to focus on the things I actually have a say in. When everything feels like it's spinning out of control, I find it's a huge relief to just zoom in on one small, manageable thing I can do right now. It's less about ignoring the bad stuff and more about refusing to let it take up all the room in my head. Do you have a go to way of shifting your perspective when things get tough?
No, I don't have.
That's totally okay. Honestly, sometimes the hardest part is just realizing you're in a spot where you need a new tool in the kit. If you're open to it, I can share a few little tricks that usually help me shift gears, or we can dive straight into your next question.
The next question is why is having a clear purpose important during hard times?
I think you mean why is having a clear purpose helpful during hard times,
Yes.
right? Because when the road gets rough, your purpose is basically your North Star. It doesn't make the struggle disappear, but it gives the struggle a reason. It turns a why is this happening to me into a this is what I'm pushing through to get to. It's the difference between just wandering in the dark and actually walking toward a light.
How can setting small goals?
I think you were. How can setting small goals help when things are tough?
Yeah.
I think the magic is in the momentum. When you're overwhelmed, a huge goal feels like a mountain you can't possibly climb, which just makes you want to give up. But a tiny goal, that's just a step. Checking one small thing off a list gives your brain a little win, and those wins eventually start to pile up until you realize you've actually moved a significant distance.
That's great. So,
I'm glad that resonates. It's a simple shift, but it really changes the energy of the day. Did you have another question on your list, or were we moving into a new area?
no, I have questions. What role does self-discipline?
I'm ready when you are. What's next on your list?
What role does
I think you're asking
self-discipline
what is self-discipline.
play? Well, motivation is low.
I think I see where you're going. You're asking how self-discipline fits in when motivation is low, right? Motivation is like a spark. It's great for getting started, but it's fickle. It disappears the moment you're tired or stressed. Self-discipline is more like the engine. It's the ability to show up and do the work even when the spark is gone. It's basically telling yourself, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyway because it matters to me.
Okay. So, why is it important to celebrate small achievements?
Because our brains are wired to crave progress. When you're in a tough season, it's so easy to only notice what's still broken or what you haven't finished yet. Celebrating a small win is like pausing to tell yourself, hey, I'm actually doing this. It reinforces the habit of winning and proves that you're still capable of moving forward, even in small ways. Do you find it hard to give yourself credit for the little things?
No. So, okay. How can failure become
I'm
a
listening.
stepping stone to success?
I think you're asking how failure can become a stepping stone to success, right? It's
Yeah.
basically the ultimate teacher. Failure strips away everything that isn't working and forces you to look at the situation with total honesty. Instead of it being a wall that stops you, it becomes a map that shows you exactly where you need to pivot. It's less about the fall and more about the data you collect on the way down.
What daily habits can help maintain motivation?
I'm a big believer in the power of a morning ritual. Even something as simple as 5 minutes of mindful breathing or writing down one single thing you want to achieve that day can set the tone. Consistency is key here. It's not about doing a huge overhaul of your life, but about those small, repeatable anchors that keep you grounded. Do you have any habits already that help you feel more centered?
Yeah, we
I'd love to
all
hear about them.
are.
What's the one?
You are all are making in the morning yoga and meditation.
Oh, those are perfect. Yoga and meditation are like a reset button for your brain before the day even starts. Do you find that they help you stay more patient throughout the afternoon, or is it more about just starting the morning on a calm note?
No, not at all. Twice a day, it's a
Oh, I
great.
twice a day? That's impressive. That must create such a nice balance between the morning energy and the evening wind
Okay.
down. Does your evening practice feel different than the morning one?
Uh, I I cannot do in the evening shift, but I can do.
I totally get that.
Thank you.
Evenings can be so unpredictable. Do you usually just find a few minutes for a quick stretch or a bit of breathing instead?
Okay. So you you want to say that if I am demotivated, so I started. Take a deep breath.
I'm right there with you. Let's just take a second. Deep breath in and out. Sometimes just stopping everything for 1 minute is the most productive thing you can do.
Thank you so much for guiding me. So,
Of course,
Maya, my
anytime.
second last question is, why is important to believe in yourself even when others don't?
Because at the end of the day, it's you're the only person who's lived every single second of your life. Other people only see the highlights or the mistakes. They don't see the quiet battles you've won or the effort you've put in when nobody was watching. If you wait for everyone else to believe in you before you do, you're essentially giving them the keys to your potential. Believing in yourself is like building your own foundation. It means that even if the world is shouting no, you have a steady inner voice saying yeses that you can actually trust.
So, my
Do you
last
feel like
question
you've
is,
had
sorry,
I'm ready. I'm all set. What's the final question on your list?
what is one lesson you have learned from overcoming a difficult time?
The biggest lesson I've learned is that resilience isn't about bouncing back to who you were before the struggle. It's about allowing the struggle to change you into someone stronger and more compassionate. I've found that the hardest moments usually strip away the noise and leave you with a much clearer understanding of what actually matters in your life. It's a bit like how a diamond is formed. It takes a lot of pressure, but the result is something much more durable. Since that was the final question, how are
So,
you feeling now that
I'm
we've gone
feeling,
through the whole list?
I'm
It's a lot
feeling
to
very
think about,
great,
isn't it?
and thank you so much.
I'm so glad to hear that. It was honestly a pleasure diving into all of this with you. You've got such a thoughtful way of approaching these things. Was there anything else on your mind, or do you feel all set for now?
So, I'm feeling very great, and thank you everyone for being a part of today's discussion. Remember, tough time don't last, but strong people do. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become a better version of yourself. If you enjoyed today's session, don't forget to like, share, and follow. For more educational and motivational discussions, this is Shazia Education Wali signing off. Stay motivated, stay confident, and keep moving forward. Allah Hafiz. See you in the next session. Thank you so much.